gentlemen, we may be approaching a fateful hour.
And all ye witnesses have given me great joy and satisfaction.
मुझे संदेह नहीं है कि जनता सब राजनीतिक दल और सब नागरिक इस समय एक हैं।
This is a momentous hour in world history.
Do I speak? Do we speak?
I don't know.
You
Do
can
you?
Can we speak?
Do we?
I can speak.
Real
Can
loud.
you
I
speak?
I can
It's
definitely
it's
speak.
Hello.
up in the air if I can.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Pantsless Tables. I am your horrific GM and keeper of arcane lore, Amaan. I go by Amaan on all social media channels, and I have my lovely players with me, Sans One. Lewis will had to take a break because obviously I scared them. I scared them too much. So at one point we will have a cameo from someone, maybe. But until then, let's go ahead. This is episode 3. So if you have not seen episode 1 and 2, what are you doing? I mean, come on. You can watch episode 1 and 2. It's on YouTube. And I'll let my players introduce themselves clockwise, starting with James.
Hello, everybody. I am James, he, him. You can find me over on the Logomancy Media channel generally. This month, I'm looking after the Roll for Wishes campaign, and next month as well for Make-A-Wish International. I'm going to be playing Captain Archibald Winsworth Lear, a doting father of 2 and intrepid explorer that is quite ready to lose his marbles.
Indeed, my good sir. And from then on, we move on to Maria Brewista.
Oh my gosh, it's me. Hello. I'm Maria Barista. They, she pronouns. I'm on the internet a lot of places. But today I'm here doing this. I play Val Espinosa. If I can even, today is hard with words, but I'm playing Val, and Val is having a very normal experience. Espinosa. Val is having a very normal experience it's just having normal reactions to seeing horrific things. Very, very average good times.
Yeah, we're gonna have so many average good times. And finishing it off, we have Agent P.
Hello everyone, I'm Agent P. I use they them pronouns, and I'm playing Durga, who also uses they them pronouns, who has all their marbles in their hand, ready to lose them if they aren't already lost.
If not lost, we'll break them. It's fine. We can get new ones anyway. And welcome to Pantsless Tables. Steve, say hi if you have not said hi already. And this is Steve's channel, by the way. We have just taken it over for a little while. And very soon we'll get into the horrors of Call of Cthulhu. This series is supported by Chaosium, which they have very graciously given us their books, and they're doing some incredible giveaways of their starter kit. The Chaosium starter kit, you can join in the giveaway by... I'm completely forgetting the command, but I
believe it's
Mark giveaway.
Oh, it's ! giveaway. Please join in and possibly win. And we are also supporting the Make-A-Wish Foundation. More on that, James.
Every year in October, we get together with a series of creators around the internet, and we put on some TTRPG games to try and raise money for kids with debilitating illnesses all over the world. We've got creators in North America. We've got creators in India. We've got creators in the UK, all across Europe, Australia, a whole bunch of time zones that get us up, waking up at weird hours to come and support our friends and try and put a little good back into the world. If you hit exclamation mark RFW, as Pantsless Tables has done in the chat, it'll lead you to a donation link. You can affect the game in real time by doing things like making us go crazy, making terrible things happen to our bodies, giving Amaan even more horrors to work with. Feel free to give him suggestions and completely ruin our days to make the days of somebody else a little brighter. We're going to be running for the entire month of October and the entire month of November as well, because we got a late start. And the goal this year is 50 grand. We raised 40 last year. We're going to try and up it a little more. So yeah,
we'll do that indeed. Thank you so much, James. And I guess that's all out of the way. We can go ahead with the episode. Last we left off, let me just give a quick recap. We started off by a prison sinking into the ground, and our investigators being promised really good amount of money and other things, and they told them like, hey, explore this place. That's basically the gist of it. As they went down into what seems to be ancient steps, which goes down and below the hills where the prison was located, they seem to have been transported into another place, and their exit has vanished into endless stairs. They came across a few people from Ispatpur who promised them safety, but that wasn't the case, as they wanted to just nibble on their flesh a bit. And then there they met a few people, humanoid people, I guess, who decided that let's make a meal of it. Let's have them run, and they just said run. And so our players ran and ran and ran, and our incredible missing player here, Lewis, decided to make a bit of a Molotov wheelchair, which quote unquote disposed of these certain monsters with varying lengths of limbs, who could possibly extend or shrink their limbs and leave their calcium behind. And some other people who had previously decided to eat our players decided, you know what, screw that, we did not expect this to happen. Let's let bygones be bygones. And for a while, for at least a few hours, our players were walking deeper and deeper into the depths of quote unquote hill, which it seems so large beneath it. It could be like, you could be either way underground or way beneath a mountain. And as you approach the final place where apparently rest of the humans are, you all noticed, and you were told not to look up, noticed a fusion of skulls and bones, where all the eye sockets, where the human skulls were fused together in such a way that all eye sockets were cast aside and made to have just one large eye socket, and all the the upper jaw, the upper teeth were all fused together in like semi-concentric circles, and there were two huge bony bones basically, which then ended up jutting two sharp bony teeth. And that's when our players looked up, and the thing, that unholy fusion of human skulls and bones, shifted as all of you standing braced yourself. We focus on that moving skull with open teeth, and we open up on the picture of, not a picture, but two children shouting, "Wake up, Dad! Papa, wake up! Wake up, wake up!" As we focus on their face. as Captain Archibald,
Yes.
you see Madhu, 14 years of age, uh, a girl, the spitting image of your uh, wife, Radha, who passed away. And there you have Raj, who's just shy of his 13th birthday.
Mhm.
Wake up, Dad! Wake up, Dad! Papa, please! Wake up!
And because of the time, the setting, because of the 1930s, these are teenagers that actually want to interact with their parent.
They do.
And the captain, like, hello, children. Did you sleep quite well?
Papa, just look outside. The weather is so nice. There are so many clouds in the sky. Why are you
I
still
see you.
sleeping? It's so late. It's so late in the
I
morning.
I
Sunita
see
auntie
you've
is
drawn the
scolding us.
blinds.
Yes. And you see Madhu just run away, just like, open the blinds, and you see this flood of light fall into your room. What does your room look like in this semi-lonely house?
The bed is too big. Uncomfortably so. Captain Archibald is, of course, in full dress jammies, and there's everything is like a rattan furnishings. This is their country home, their farmhouse, their villa. That's several hours by automobile or carriage away from Ispatpur. It's a what's the term for it? We talked about this before. Naluketu style home.
Yeah.
So wood and brick, very sparse on furnishings and on decoration and artwork. This is supposed to be this wealthy broker's version of a cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
So it's all adventuring gear and pickaxes and hammers and like safari helmets just like mounted on the wall. Occasional taxidermy, that sort of thing.
Papa, let's go have some mangoes. Come on.
Indeed, children. Let's do this.
You're no fun.
Let's.
Be excited, please.
I absolutely. Has Sunita made any coffee?
And you see like Madhu and Raj just like make faces at each other. Yes, but she says we can't have any coffee yet.
A few years. Stick with the tea, as the gods intended.
But we're grown up. We are old enough. I'll be out of school in a few years. You see, Madhu, like just put her foot down. I'll be out of the school in a few years, and then I'll be off to college. And I want to have coffee before that. The rest of the girls in my school, I've already had coffee.
Well, you know the deal. We spoke of this before. If you're going to have coffee, you need to have a refined palate. So what we'll do is when Sunita is not looking, we'll mix 4 or 5 different grinds together with nothing added, and you can tell me which one you prefer. And you can try a little sip of each to see what you like. How's that sound? It will impress all of your friends at college when you have immaculate taste in your choice of coffees.
Only if you teach me all about coffee, and I can have it 3 times a week.
Don't push your luck, child. But we'll see what we can do. Now,
All right, 2
scamper
times.
off.
All right, 2 times
What?
it is.
Give it that hawk tui. And yeah. Now, scamper off, children. Father needs to get dressed.
You see them run away and tuck, 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 knock. Sir, may I come in?
Is that Sunita or Raj?
That is Sunita.
Absolutely, Miss Sunita. Archibald is behind a dressing, one of those upright frames. He's got an open travel suitcase of the things that they take for weekend trips.
Yeah. Bit of a tweed, I guess, as well, because it can get cold in the night when you're,
Yes.
sometimes when you're in the hills, in the forest. Sir, your coffee and your breakfast is kept at the side table. There was a strange telegram earlier, early in the morning that I received. I did not want to disturb you. That's why I could not wake you up. And sorry about the children. They are just excited about, being here after so long.
Absolutely.
The
It
last
is
time,
nothing to concern yourself with, my dear.
indeed, the last time we were here, it was with Mrs. Radha.
Absolutely.
An
An adjustment for all of us.
It is. Sir, Yera, and she gives you the written out words. It just says, meet me at Sugandhi Jamuna ASAP.
These.
Well, sir,
You said this came early in the morning?
Early in the morning. Yes, sir. I know Sugandhi Jamuna. That place is, well, that your business is no concern of mine, sir. But the children, they are here after such a long time. Are you not going to be here? Are you? Will you be going away for a while? Because it's several hours. I'm not sure if you'll be back here in time.
Sunita,
I mean,
please
yes, sir.
see to the children's things. Have them packed up immediately. I will make it up to them. We leave for Ispatpur immediately after breakfast.
You see, Sunita, visibly deflate. As you say, sir, it will be done.
The moment that this business is dealt with, I'd like you to prepare for an extended stay here, a month. Ensure the pantries are stocked. Speak with the groundskeeper. Ensure we have an ample supply of firewood. We will be taking an extended leave from the brokerage as soon as this business is dealt with. I owe this to my family and to my children. It's been a hard year for everyone.
Understood, sir. I do believe it's just quick business. And she turns around, doesn't wait for your reply, just walks away. Sunita is a loyal person, is a loyal servant, as they call it. They have been with with you guys before your children were born.
Yeah.
So again, she has seen them grown up. She only wants what's best for the children.
Sunita is the closest thing that my children have to a grandmother at this point.
Indeed.
My Archie's family is very far away, and my wife's family does not take with me because of the choices that we made around Radha choosing my name.
Indeed. Your middle name. Keeping your last name as a middle name. Yeah. That can be a touchy point among families. So, after that notice is received, all the things are packed. You are in your car, open head, just enjoying the winds, enjoying the weather. It's summer,
Archie
but it's
notably
not.
drives himself.
It's summer, but it's not hot, as hot as people would assume for a industrial town because of the trees, just the amount of trees that are everywhere, the amount of trees that are kept up in play, and parks which are maintained. The tree cover, the green cover is amazing, and that's what keeps the weather somewhat controlled. In the back, you see, in the front, Radha is sitting. Sorry, not Radha. Madhu is sitting with you as the leader of the troop, as she calls herself. Like the leaders, they sit in the front. They cannot lead from the back. She sits in the front and is enjoying the wind, but is not turning to face you or talk to you as talkative and argumentative she really is. And in the back, your son Raj does not even acknowledge anything. He just sits in the back with what seems like a frame in his hand.
Looking back
of-
through the rear view mirror, specifically, and just kind of turning it back, you just see Archie's eyes. Raj, what's that you have there, boy?
Nothing. It doesn't say anything more than that. Just say nothing.
You know that's supposed to stay at the villa. We only have so many copies.
I want it for my bed. I want it by. I want to keep it beside my bed. That's all. So
I understand entirely. You give your word to keep it safe? A man's word is his bond.
yes, sir.
Take care
I
of
will
it.
keep it safe. I will keep it safe.
Very good then.
You drop them off at your house in Ispatpur and make your way to a place nearby Lord's Cliff, a clubhouse.
Before leaving,
Yeah.
Archie takes a thermos from beside the seat from the whole trip, and it's been the better part of 4 or 5 hours of driving in like, on 1930s tires, and I hand it over to Madhu, and I say, just a little bit. It's the coffee from the trip.
Just one cup.
Just one cup. I will be back soon. You understand that the brokerage and arcanum law and trade requires some flexibility in how much time we put into it to allow us to have the life that we do. And Sunita, I promise you this, both my children, as soon as this is cleared, we will have a month extended stay at the villa. Just us and Sunita. You can even bring your friends should you like. I know you've been asking for a while, and we can all explore together. We'll have a 3-day camping trip in the woods, and we can map uncharted territories and find new adventurous ruins. It will be grand.
You see Madhu smirk and just just like, Roger that, Captain.
I can't remember the name of the safari hat, but it's all khakis, 100% khakis. Yeah.
Raj has gone inside the house.
Yeah, I understand.
Don't worry about him. I'll take care of him. It's fine. And you make your way to what was that place's name? I keep forgetting. Sugandhi Jamuna.
Yeah.
It's a clubhouse which was formed by acquaintance, a friend of yours, Aziz. He is
Aziz, we served together in the war. He was from here.
Yeah.
And
And post-war times made him a wealthy man. You chose not to question him, as you have done some questionable things yourself. How a man's living comes by, that's up to him. He's not become a proprietor. He owns a clubhouse. That's what he serves at the clubhouse. That's what his day-to-day life entails. But apart from that, it's not just that, right? There are more things. There's more than meets the eye. There are things that Aziz does or did, which either deals with the occult, or which the general public never knows about, through which he has gained a larger status in life than from becoming a mere foot soldier to a businessman proper. You arrive at Sukandi Chamanam clubhouse in your car. Um, and it's made to feel like it's by the sea. You have these coconut trees planted everywhere. There's a large swimming pool, all of these open verandas and these open balconies everywhere in these places. uh, you find him inside the you find him inside the serving room where people usually eat, where they have their drinks and everything. You find him serving one of the patrons of the clubhouse. He pours a drink and then turns to you. Ah, James. Oh wow, how are you?
Archie. um,
Oh, sorry, Archie.
yeah, Archie.
Hey,
Archie.
he nicknamed you. He nicknamed you James.
Archie turns and regards the area and sees all manners of fine leathers and rich mahogany bookshelves and everything that is bespoke in this place. Things that he's imported for Aziz over time for his business. A wall of different liquors and spirits, all imported through the brokerage, completely legally and above board because, process being technically correct. Archie unbuttons his overcoat and takes off his hat, leans it onto his cane, and settles into a comfy leather chair over by a small serving table, a little ways away from the conversation that's being had, waiting for his friend. Discretion in these matters is always paramount.
So, what brings you by to the clubhouse? All good, I hope. You it seems like you came here as soon as possible, first thing in the morning.
He pulls out the telegram.
And he very
I was out at the villa, my
swiftly-
friend, with my children.
Indeed, I hope they're doing fine. I mean, kids, they grow up so fast, don't they?
They do. A little distraught, but I'll make it up to them.
Of course you will, my friend. Of course you will. And just give me a moment. He turns and he says, yes. Oh, yes, that will be delivered to your room. Do not worry, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your stay. And he turns back at you and now, again, apologies. Is there something you would like to have? Tea, coffee, some drink? I know it's still noon, but
why don't we start with a strong brandy and get down to business? Archie is visibly torn because he knows that duty comes first. In his duty matters. We all got to go to work, but
duty matters.
Yeah.
He just says, brandy, I like that. Amaan, if there ever was one. Wait, let me get it. And he takes out a glass of brandy for you and just slides it over to you. Now, I know, again, I am so sorry to have called you, just out of the blue, but it is very strange. And I believe you are the right person to talk to about this. There are a few missing persons. And they have vanished out of nowhere. The thing is, You know what? And he just signals to a couple of servers there, and they just close the doors and windows, and they let themselves out. There's nobody else in the serving room right now with you. You know, the train that goes up to Saharanpur every second day from Ispatpur, right? A lot of
believe, yes.
refugees, a lot of workers, they go from this place to find work there. Uh, and apparently there's like good medical thing over there. So, a few days ago, one of these trains left from our station, and it arrived at the location, but with no people. Now
I'm sorry,
I am
what?
bringing. It left here. It left Ispatpur full of people, but it arrived there with no one. Just the driver who was barely conscious. Uh, the
A
thing is,
robbery?
robbery of people. Are you serious?
I mean,
The thing is, all their belongings was. I don't. We never. There wasn't any robbery, my friend, of belongings. The thing is, now I need you to pay very close attention to this. It passes nearby where the prison used to be, where that thing has opened up. That
that
you must.
hole that
Yes,
oh,
yes. It
Nur
passes by.
Jahan, I believe, had put out those feelers some bit ago.
That is correct, and that's where I come in. She has asked
yeah.
me. She has asked me to look out for people can find who can find the reason behind these disappearances, and why those people who have gone down below the ground, why they have not returned. And since our experience in the war, you being the more wild one, I would say, uh, I mean, talk about rescuing people. I mean, I couldn't. You come with the highest of recommendations, my friend. That is from me.
Archie's hearing
Um,
this, and he's thinking in the back of his head, I'm going to get a chance to use that carbide lamp that I bought for just such an occasion. And that travel autographic camera for just such an occasion. And like, he's like, It's like a prepper's dream come true.
The thing is, you'll have to leave immediately. There's a very we can't have other soldiers or a lot of the higher ups know about this thing. Noor Jahan is funding it completely herself. You'll be compensated fairly. Everything will be above board. Nothing, well, apart from, not this not being an official business, everything will be above board. And the listen, there were a few children on that train.
I see.
Some people who have lost their families, some people who have lost their father, some people who have lost their mother, and they were. So there was a whole group of children who were going to the boarding school in Saharanpur. So I mean, you can understand
Sorry,
the
Lewis.
plight.
Oh, that does indeed increase the urgency of the request.
It does.
I'm already packed. The suitcase is in the car. I will need to grab some supplies from the house first, of course. But where am I going, old friend?
We do not know where you're going, but you do know Noor Jahan's home. It's the big one, the most fancy one, obviously, in Lord's Cliff. Just give my reference, and you'll be there. You cannot tell more people about this. It has to be hush
Absolutely.
hush, and do not tell your children about this should they speak it to the wrong person.
Archie cocks an eyebrow at him. Like, you know better than to have to say that. Like, this is no different than anything else we've done together.
Well, due process. Anyway, let me not keep you at it, my dear old chap. You have a lot of things to do, a lot of things to discover. Tell me about those photographs of yours when you come back, and we shall have a few more brandy on the house, of course. This one is on the house, of course. Do not even worry about being this.
You still have that. You still have that friend that can develop all of the film.
Do I have them? Yes, of course. I own that place.
He reaches into his coat and brings out several small canisters, as well as some.
What is this?
This is the film from my new Kodak folding camera.
Ah.
Incredibly small, almost like espionage microfilm, like from those pulp novels. It's fantastic. Don't open it.
Indeed.
It'll ruin it.
I know better than that.
Some mementos from our last trip. If you wouldn't mind getting that fellow on it, I'll pick it up when all this business is done. They're just loving photos of me and my children and in our loving family home.
On the
Ardu
house,
found a
another
really
one.
cool rock in the shape of a skull. She was very proud. We called it Skull Rock, if you can believe it.
Skull Rock, indeed. Again, no time to waste, and give my love to Sunita. Hope she's well.
I think she'll outlive us all. And he stands, he puts on his
Indeed.
hat, throws his coat over his arm, gives his friend a firm handshake, and strolls out.
As you stroll out, you don't see this, but Aziz's normally, cheered up sort of behavior sort of deflates again. He sits back in his chair. I hope I do see you again, my friend. So far, it's been good, but for your children's sake, I hope I do see you again. And he looks at the glass of brandy that is there. We start to look into it. That sort of glass of brandy, the little bit of brandy that is left at the bottom almost pools in, and the circular nature of it almost like forms an eye. And we transition from that to the skull that we see in front of you. Yeah, it has just moved, but it's not moving again. Like all of the other people are visibly like looking down. Don't look up. Whatever happens, look down. Do not look up, please. We've made that mistake before.
As I said, good Varen, it's probably just that multi-dimensional paper that they were talking about. We just can't perceive it the way that he has an incredibly intelligent, rational mind as he sees this. And he's like, it's reaching and it's grasping at explaining and like giving the probability of it. It's an optical illusion. It's probably just the eyes adjusting to the dark.
I'm sure it is, but let's keep a move on as well, please. We don't want any. Hey, where
What happened?
Where is your friend? And
Looks around.
Also look
Veran's
around.
not there. Veran's disappeared, I guess. As bluntly as I could put it, Veran's just not there. He was right there beside you. The thing moved, and now Veran's not there. Make of it what you will.
The captain immediately, despite the dangers, calls out. I just wrapped webbing around Varan.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Like, so we could backpack Varan
Amaan
if we
forgot
needed
about
to.
that.
And I'm like,
No, that makes
what
it
is
worse.
going on?
That makes it so much worse because then they just got.
Now, are they gone and the harness is still there? Or are they and
The harness
webbing
is there.
gone?
The harness, just Veran is gone. The harness, the webbing that they put around them is there, but it's deflated and I mean not deflated. I mean it's fallen down.
Yeah, it's empty.
It's on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Valeria, I believe one of our companions has totted off. We should keep a keen eye out. I can't imagine that they've gone far.
We have to
That
keep
is not
moving
an ableist
inside.
joke in any way, shape, or form.
Val is looking at Archie with heavy concern because of how you're trying to rationalize this absolutely just ridiculous things that are happening that are not explainable. But like they're not, she's not hiding the like look of concern on her face, but it can be interpreted however you want. She just nods, shares a concerned glance over towards Durga, and then to whoever was leading us,
Daniel.
Val. Sorry,
Daniel and Avinash.
oh, that's right, thank you so much. We'll say what happens when you look at, and just kind of points towards it without looking at it.
Well, some people go mad. We have had a few cases of those. Some people run off and fall down from where we came from. It's a very small path. Some people, well, we've never seen anyone disappear yet. But we should be moving. Honestly, we should not even be here. Let's go at the back. Let's go where the rest of the people are, please.
I'd like to point out that we've hit $120 for our fundraiser, by the way.
Thank you.
What was it? If we
Let's
hit
go.
150 or 200, Amaan, you were also going to...
Hey, listen. There are only a few things I can do, and my couch isn't that comfortable, honestly, to sleep.
I see.
You know. So yeah. Please, everyone, let's just go. Let's just go, please. We can try to find your friend later, but right now it's important that we get away from this thing. Do not look up, please. And they sort of almost start to like push you or push you from behind, like, hey, just keep moving. As you reach the end of this large hallway, at the end of the room, you find a few people, few men and women who greet the rest of your party. Oh my god, thank god you are here. Arey, kahan the tum? And like you see a lot of almost like meeting between long lost friends, as if like they were the last persons alive. It's a very strange reunion for these people, almost as if they did not expect them to come back alive. And they lead you into a different hallway where you can see several more people, some lying down to sleep, some are eating from empty canisters, some are just trying to dig out something from an empty can where nothing's there. Some are just chewing on their fingers, some are chewing on their cloth. Most of them look hungry.
We had
most of them
several weeks worth of supplies with us, you had said.
A couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But only if you were frugal with it. That is.
Yes.
Only for four, like a couple of weeks for 4 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are down a member, and I canonically said I had Varen's backpack with us. Because I was tying some webbing around and making it easier without the chair. And the captain's going to see these people in a state and reach into his and Varen's backpack specifically, because he doesn't speak for you, and start pulling out like sacks, essentially, of like dried grains, tinned goods, basically military rations, things that are packed tight, ship's biscuits, that sort of thing. And he takes it and he looks over at, was it Daniel or Dania?
Daniel.
And he says, distribute these as you can. We'll have a better chance of sorting out this madness if people aren't preoccupied with the holes in their bellies.
Thank you. That's understood. Sorry, people, just give me 2 minutes. I'm having someone at the door. It'll just be literally 1 minute.
Gives us a minute to breathe. I'm so nervous.
In the meantime, for everybody in chat, if you follow the Tiltify link that Fossabot has thrown up there, you can donate to Make-A-Wish International as part of our Roll for Wishes campaign to inject some chaos and entropy into this. You can directly cause us to form a connection to an elder god, and everything that entails.
Myself and Val would love that, actually.
Absolutely, 100%. Maria is definitely the target for that. But yeah, we're trying to raise as much as we can for the Roll for Wishes campaign. And we've only got 1 episode left after this, so let's see what we can do.
So as you shine your lamps light around the places, as you start distributing the food, you start to take a notice of the walls around you. They are... That's okay. Take that.
The cosmic entities are calling. The Elder Taurus. They would like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Cthulhu called. They want their horror back. As you start to take a look around the room, you start to see engravings in the wall, which look like they're trying to tell a story. You see people farming fields. You see a sun with many hands holding many eyes. You see that same sun breaking apart. You see people traveling down into the ground. You see them forming a circle around a pool of water. You see them peel off their skin so that they're as clothes, and make it as like a offering as clothes for their children. You see those same children grow old, and you see them forming the same kind of altar that was there above ground, an altar to a many-eyed god with many hands holding many eyes. And after that, the rest of the thing is broken. The rest of the pictograms or pictogram, whatever they're called, it appears broken, almost as if like the story which was supposed to be complete has been deliberately been made incomplete. Now there is some writing beneath it, almost in very fine print, if you can call it that. Uh, Sir Archibald,
Yes.
would you like to take a look at these writings?
I mean, not really, but okay. Would you like a spot hidden, or is this a just using my Sanskrit skill?
If you can use your Sanskrit skill, that'll be great.
Let me turn off edit mode and see if that works. That is a fumble. That's a 96 on a 33.
If anything, the language looks even more stranger
Yeah.
than Sanskrit. It
I was
feels
looking
like
at this
what
expecting
they're
something. Like I expected specific phrases because it's something that I've seen in the area before. And then it just isn't. Everything is wrong. And for the first time in a while, the captain panics and he puckers a little bit. And he's like, oh no, what have I done? What have I gotten myself into? Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Durga and Val, what are you two doing?
I think Val is making has pulled out like a small leather book that they have and is making notes and like very crude sketchings of this this giant fresco type thing, and is looking at the end where it's been broken up and wants to see if there is like is it like completely scratched out? Is it like in this stonework and it's just been broken away? Wants to try to see if there's any remnants of whatever that last piece of this story is.
Can you give me a spot hidden, please?
I would love nothing more. I almost pulled up my D20. That would be silly. Who plays games with D20s?
It would.
Jeez. Woohoo!
D20s, who does that? Who plays it?
Who even does that? Who would use one dice when you can roll two? I regular success, 72 under 80.
You see what looks like, how some things are when they're broken, they can still leave off a piece of trace of what used to be there. In a similar way, you can see that the next part of the story includes people sacrificing other people almost in a religious haze, and a bridge which goes from one sun to the next.
Well, that's not good.
That's the basic remnant that you can sort of feel. Durga, what are you doing?
I think Durga's trying to get any sort of information out of Daniel. Just how long have you been here? What?
I told you already. It feels like it's been more than a few weeks. Definitely, that's what it feels like. I mean, we have found a water source over here. There is a trickle of water which we have found it. It's down below a couple of levels, but we have found it there. But it's not been enough. We have, for the lack of a better word, we have been thirsty. We cannot drink enough water. Some people they are on the verge of dying. Some people already have died. Those who could not survive. There were a few people here who chose to leave this place, who chose to go even deeper in the hopes that they will find something there, but we have not heard from them since. There were a few prisoners among them. If you need that information, I don't know, but yeah. But we chose to
Have
stay back here.
Did you ever come across someone named Varun?
I think so. Yeah.
He's supposed to
Yeah.
have an eye patch.
Yeah. Varun. Yeah. That he was a strange man. He was one of the ones who went down. He went further into the depths.
Did
We
he
haven't heard from him
say anything
since.
or
No, but he was acting strange, maybe because he was a prisoner. But he was acting strange as if he had. Listen, miss, it will sound very strange, but he wanted to poke his other eye out.
did he
But he
ever
said he
say
cannot.
why?
He just said that it's something he had to do. Apparently, that's what he did with the other eye. That's from what I've heard. But he said he cannot do it here. That's what he said. He cannot do it here. He needs to be in a. He said a more sacred place.
Okay.
It's fun. It's fun. And you can sort of feel him like laughing, almost going into a laughing fit. Like, oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? My family is up there. I did it for the money. I'm not even sure if they'll get the money. What am I doing? What am I doing? He's starting to rock back and forth. What am I doing? I've taken on a risk, even saving you all. I don't know how we can go through another week like this.
You were telling us about music that you heard or singing.
Yes.
Did
So
you understand what they were singing about?
we could barely understand because there were so many people singing, it almost felt unintelligible to some point, but it always, we never saw what they were singing, who they were. I assume they were they were the things. They're not even people. They were the things that we met. They were just, I could barely make out the word behold. I don't know how they know our language, but they I assume that's what they were singing, and they apparently are farther into the depths. Though I hope not in the direction that those fools went in. There are a few directions we can go to. There's a direction where the water is. That's where I assume the other people went in further down from there, and then there. If we go, and he tries to show you the way, the doorway. This is the. So we go down these stairs. These are like narrow stairs, like barely like 5 feet wide. If we go down these stairs, we come up on a fork in the road. On towards the right side, that's where we start to hear those kind of sounds. On the left side, uh, we have that water source.
Okay. But no one has just disappeared.
Out of thin air, no. Well, not exactly.
What do you mean?
I mean that people have wandered into places, into rooms, and they have not come out. We have found their belongings, like shoes, or a cap, or a vest, or lamps.
Like Varen.
But, 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 but no sign of the person.
Interesting.
So we try to stick together. Those people, they wandered off alone. That was the biggest problem. We try to stick together.
Amaan,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Above table, did we get what the engraving was?
The engraving, no, not the engraving. There was a sort of picture story going on in the carvings, but not the engravings really. Yes, James.
I'm just gonna say we are on an ad break quick, but we've hit $190 on the Tiltify, so Maria gets an Eldritch Sugar Daddy.
Hooray!
What exactly does that mean? An eldritch sugar daddy.
Manifest a connection to an eldritch being. It's a $50 donation that was given. Player manifests some kind of connection to an eldritch being, granting it
Interesting.
temporary clarity through madness, but with a bunch of quirks.
Can I share the art that you put in chat, Amaan?
How can you?
I'm just gonna hold my phone up.
Okay, sure. Go
'Cause
ahead.
this is Cthulhu Daddy as of now.
For now,
Yay.
I mean that was one of the daddies.
One of them.
One of those daddies. So are we off the ad break?
10 seconds for me.
Okay.
Yeah. For the folks that there we go. Coming back.
All
Got
right. So yeah, you do not know what those engravings were, but
Like we couldn't even Durga doesn't recognize them at all.
you can try. Actually, you know what? Give me a. What would be an appropriate check for this? Do you have a language or a history like skill?
Him. I do have a history
Just
skill. And I do have a language skill. I have both.
you are free to try.
Language as in like base language or like a separate language.
I think base language will do because it has roots.
Oh, okay, then I'll do that. How did I fail that? I'm gonna use a luck point for it to succeed.
Oh, just one? Yeah, feel free. What did you roll?
I rolled
Was it a regular
71. Mm-hmm.
And your skill is 70.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I hate this.
Oh my
Luck is there to
god.
be spent.
What horrible luck.
Thankfully, Archibald was looking specifically for a certain pattern. That was the first mistake. The second mistake is not his own, is that's not his first language. He hasn't grown up with certain proverbs, certain meanings, certain ways things are told.
I
That's
wasn't
not
even
his fault.
using that language. I was using an even more esoteric language that I'm even worse at. I was rolling against a 30.
Hey, you could have rolled a 1 for all we know.
Could have rolled a 1.
But Durga, you find in the back of your head a certain memory. certain things that your father sometimes used to say. A poem. I cannot translate that. It won't. I'll say that, but it won't rhyme.
Is it
Not
in
all poems
Hindi?
need to rhyme. It is. We'll get to that eventually. Don't worry. Don't worry about that.
I'm asking the right questions.
Say the poem.
You remember 2 lines from that poem currently. When. How should I translate this?
You don't have to translate it if you
When
don't want
the
to.
when the body is transformed, when the body is replaced,
Mhm.
when the hand catches the eye, when the
Uh-huh.
sun is in its rightful place,
Mhm.
this world, my darling, this world, my fairies, shall be ours once again.
See, you're saying these things, and they're coming out of your mouth, and that's the first problem. That's your problem right there. Is you're saying these things loud. Very suspicious.
So it's part of a, not exactly a nursery rhyme, but uh, a poem which your father said he heard during one of his visits to the nearby villages.
Uh-huh.
A village which no longer exists, a village which was displaced long ago before his disappearance. But he remembered this poem, and he told this when when you were just a wee little child, so you don't remember a lot of it. Maybe if you try harder, you might be able to remember it, the entirety of the poem. But this is the last few lines of those poems. When the
Okay.
body is replaced,
When the hand catches the eye, when the sun is in its rightful place, this world, my fairies, shall be ours once.
and
Is this what the
yeah,
engraving says or alludes to?
it alludes to that.
Okay.
You are able, because again, this language, it's not the language that you know,
Mhm.
but you know how certain things, certain words and certain languages stand out, like,
Mhm.
this
Mhm.
seems similar to that word, this seems similar to that word. This poem stands out to you. You see, as you are reading this, you see Avinash and Daniel come up. We don't have a lot of water here. We're going down for an expedition. We're trying to gonna get some water for all of the people. We would appreciate if the healthy ones can come along with us.
Absolutely, my good man.
Thank you.
And the captain collects up the canteens and water skins that they've previously already drank from, that they've emptied, and takes those with him.
Okay, so you are all going down that path now. Are any of you bringing up the front or the rear?
I think Durga would bring up the rear.
Smart.
I'd like to specifically around the because the donation. I'm going to leave Miss Valeria alone,
Yay!
and I want to walk side by side with Durga. And I say, holding these canteens, and again, he's still trying to just process. He's like, it doesn't make sense. Nothing in there made any sense. It was just bridges to suns, and obviously it's a mistranslation on my part. Like I must have, missed some kind of reference material. It's something. It doesn't. I wonder. And he immediately just like changes the subject. These people, this water they've been drinking down here, I wonder if it's brackish, some kind of high salt content. It's probably dehydration that's causing everything.
Durga is going to look at Archie and say, Captain, I mean this very respectfully. Maybe, just maybe, these people are just insane because they have been trapped here for
Absolutely.
God knows how long.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that's what I'm saying, my dear. It's likely just being underground too long. Once we get them in the good solid sunlight, everything will be fine.
A hybrid skeleton just moved and looked down on us. I don't understand how your brain is rationalizing that. I can tell
That
you about a
doesn't-
poem that my dad once told me, and they're gonna kind of
Share.
recite, share the poem with Archie, and they're gonna continue saying, I still don't know what it means, but it seems to make sense with what we've seen on the walls.
Well, it does make sense that nursery rhymes, I'm quite familiar, have a basis in folklore. So I can see there would definitely be a link. That makes rational sense. And as for that horrendous motif sculpture on the ceiling, what makes more logical sense, my dear? Is it that the ceiling is moving and coming alive, or is it that we're all susceptible to the effects of being in this place and our minds are playing tricks on us?
Explain
Think
where I'm
logically.
disappearing.
They did say that people were prone to wandering off. That stands to reason, but the harness
Without
is a concerning detail.
Exactly.
I must admit, I feel slightly out of my depth, and I'm struggling to maintain my composure.
We're all down here, and this is definitely out of all of our depths.
I can't die
Val,
here.
sorry, please continue the scene. Sorry.
I can't die here. I won't die here. I don't want any of you to die here either. Death by starvation is something that I've seen before, and I never wish to see it again. There's a reason that I shared some of those supplies with these people. They are more useful fed than they are mad with hunger. And if we're going to make it through this, we're going to need all the help we can get, wherever it may come from. And if it means getting back to the surface and seeing my children again, I would bargain with the devil himself. And he just like opens his pocket watch and he looks at the inside that has a bromide inside. And it's just like of his wife and children when they were babies. And closes it up and carries on.
Durga's gonna just like pat Archie on the back.
Mhm.
Well, as you are walking down with these two, you see Daniel and Avinash also speaking. Oh, Maria, did Maria vanish in thin air?
Not another
Oh
one,
no,
no.
not another one. Did the eldritch did Cthulhu take Maria?
Maria's
Cthulhu.
gone forever.
The Cthulhu Daddy has struck again.
Cthulhu Daddy. Okay, never mind. We'll get to that. You hear another person talking to both Daniel and Avinash, and seem to be in high spirits, which is strange. You can certainly hear that tone in their voice, and Daniel says, we and turns to you guys and says, apparently we're getting some the water flow has increased, so I mean that's good news for us, isn't that right, Steve?
Oh, yeah, this is great. I'm so glad. It's been a few days since we've had decent water, so yeah, it's always good to be able to drink. Yeah, and which means we can explore more if we get more water. Yeah, I'm so glad you agreed to let me be on this expedition. It was getting a little stuffy being with all the people, and now I get to do this. Yeah, he's holding a camcorder in his hand, and he's like a recorder, a recorder thing. What's it called? The what is it called? The fucking audio recording thing. And he's talking into it like
A tape
like
recorder?
yeah, that thing. Yes, and he's
bulky ass tape recorder.
This is Steve coming through live from a bulky-ass tape recorder from the 1930s.
exactly that. Yes.
Yeah.
So you see, just like this bulky, round, cute person with a jolly jolly smile on their face greet you for the first time. Daniel says, Steve, these people apparently have lost someone. They vanished into thin air, so maybe we keep those celebrations on the down low.
Shit. Well, it's okay. We'll find him. We'll find them, whoever they are. We've lost a couple of people, and they wander back, or sometimes they don't. So that's shouldn't make any false promises. But it's fine. They'll be fine. But yes,
Steve,
I hope we find them. Yes.
The water.
Yeah. What about the water?
Is it safe? Has there been any change in the taste of the water? This captain seems to think that there might be.
I don't think so.
If it's
it tastes like
at all. If it's brackish, it can have problems.
No, it kind of tastes like when you go up in the mountains and you drink water directly from like a glacier, like that. But except it's not cold, but it's like decently temperature, whatever thing. But okay. I don't think it's brackish or anything. I don't even know what brackish means. So
it's when salt water and fresh water mix together, or there's water that runs through salt deposits. It's too salty, and it can make you see things and make you incredibly thirsty and hungry.
Well, okay. So fun fact. I actually did some research on Ispatpur on the mountains, and there are no salt deposits in the mountains here. There is a bunch of iron, there's a bunch of copper, other resources, and there's even some weird amounts of lead and other things, but there's no salt. So we should be okay, unless it's going through lead, which could poison us. But I don't think that's been established by science yet. So I don't think we know that's a problem.
Absolutely. And I don't think there's any kind of a distillery here distilling all the minerals out of the water. At this point,
I think
which would suck the minerals out of our bodies as we drink it through. We have a Maria back. Look at that.
Eldritch horrors cannot hold me down today.
And
as the captain carries on talking with Steve ahead.
Steve, you see this this lady come from around the back with, a stroke of white in their hair and feeling a little out of it. Val, how are you feeling at the moment?
Assuming we're still just walking to wherever this is that right?
Yeah,
I dipped out
you're
when
walking towards water.
okay, great. I
Walking
dipped
towards
out
water.
when Archie made the fantastic call of I'll do anything I'll make deals with demons to protect my children, and then my computer died. So that's cool. And very good. Okay, cool. I think this whole walk, Val has been kind of to themselves, reading through their notebook, reading through all of the notes that she's made since coming down here, the everything that she had written and hypothesized about what this structure is, everything, talking to the creature before, this giant bone thing, and is trying to put together all of these pieces, rationalizing it in her own way, but in a much more this is normal because it's not our normal kind of way. And is kind of feeling, as they're going towards this pool of water, the closer that they get, the more nervous I think she is starting to feel. Comparing, the only other pictogram describing water also had, shortly after, people peeling their skin off. So that's just not the most exciting thing to expect.
As you are sort of going down and down below, Steve, you're leading the party, right?
Yep, I'm the one who knows where the water is. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see Val just come up, and she's just like, just distracted.
You said Val has a white streak in her hair, right?
Yeah, I have a long brown hair with a white streak coming from their right temple, and on the same side, their what should be two deep brown eyes. One of them is like a silvery color, the same color as the streak in their hair.
Okay, so while walking, just gonna turn around so he's facing the party but still walking backwards, and he's just gonna wave at Val and, oh hey, that is really cool. The hair, is that like, did you get that down here, or is that like a, because I've seen people being affected weirdly with like weird stuff, right? So
well, no, it didn't come from here. It's, I found it. I haven't thought about it in a minute, but no, I run a shop, and I found something. I don't remember now if it was a statue, a plaque, a piece of, I don't know what it was, but when I picked it up, it was odd. There was some strange, I think Val is gonna try to size up Steve this Steve, to see if this is a person who is either going to be an Archibald and try to logic their way out of what Val may say next, or if they're going to run and scream. How Steve might potentially take the talks of visions and premonitions is essentially Val wants to try to size that up just on the briefest glance at this person.
So you
Yeah,
notice that. Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
So you notice
Take it-
that
take it away.
when you're talking, the giant tape recorder that Steve has, he's moved it towards you so that he can record what you're saying, and he's very eagerly listening to everything that you're saying. And you get the vibe that this person is very interested in what you have to say, and more so to understand what's going on, and less afraid and more curious is the vibe that you're getting.
Okay. The Val continues then. When I picked it up, I had what I could only describe as some sort of vision or divination or something with it. Something. I saw a dark sky littered with stars, or they looked like stars at least, and there was a large red sun, but it was broken, it was shattered, and the what I thought were stars were not. They were eyes. There were too many of them. And well, when I came to back into my shop, I had this. So
Oh, okay. That is really cool. So what I wanted to, okay. So you're saying that so did you feel the same thing when your eye went silver, or was that like similar feeling, similar vision, or?
I think it happened at the same time.
Oh, I thought those were two different things. Okay, interesting. Okay. So I guess it's the bleed, right? It's the bleed that's causing. Does that make sense? That I understand that. Okay.
The what? It's
Oh.
the what?
Oh, wait, no, this is the wrong system. Never mind.
Transported himself from Chaosium to Darrington Place.
No, I was trying to do that in character, but I couldn't play it off.
Val just looks down at, like, there's their blood-stained clothes where they were wounded, but now they're not. I mean, I don't think I'm bleeding.
Oh no, never mind. That's something else. My apologies. But so this happened right before we went on this adventure.
I mean, not right before. I think it's been a. I don't know how long it's been. It hasn't. And I think that there's a look of, like, genuine confusion as Val just cannot remember when it was. Knows that it was when they were owning the shop, but doesn't remember if it was 2 days ago, if it was a year ago. And I think it kind of slows their steps a little bit. As this is, like, the first actually concerning thing. Like a lot of things have been concerning and growing more so, but this is the first concerning thing that Val has felt.
You remember kissing someone, but can't remember their exact facial structure. Somebody kissed you, or you kissed them. Which way was it? Kind of know their kind of face somewhat. But it's probably nothing. You see Daniel just say, "We're here," and you open up to, like, a more, like, cavernous region. This feels more like a cave than any room or so that you have been in, and you see there's a trickle of water coming from one of these rocks, which has started to form a pool over here, pool down below. And Daniel then just points out to another way, to another sort of similar opening in the cave at the other end. Says, not at the other end actually, just nearby where the water is trickling in. Like that's where the rest of them went. We haven't heard from them since, but anyway, we should not dilly dally around. We should fill our water, ASAP.
Is there no concern about this? Have you seen any other pools or any other things like this since you've been down here?
No pools, no water. This is the only one so far that we have seen.
Is it not a bit concerning that this is also something that was on that wall of pictures? That
when you have no other choice, you take what you can get. We can't be choosers. We are literally beggars over here. And he just starts going and filling it up. Now, will you help us?
I mean,
please?
it's not so bad, Daniel. It's like we're here with friends, we're exploring a mystery. Weird things are happening, but we're trying to figure it out, and I think that's really cool, right? Sure, it might not be the exact solution or thing that we wanted, but if it's fun, then it's fun, right? And he also starts grabbing up the water in the flasks and things. Yeah, but it's fine. We'll be fine. You worry too much.
And well, you notice on Steve, like, just a genuine willingness to help, which is, I mean, I don't know if it can be just attributed to their extrovertedness or just a deep interest in people. But they seem to genuinely care about, you and the rest of the people, as well as, just having discovering things.
Trying to stay positive the whole time, because the alternative is terrible.
Indeed. So all of you are filling your
Canteens.
water canteens, water bottles, what have you.
I think I'm gonna
use-
I'm gonna keep, instead of, I'm gonna give like all whatever water containers to the others, because I've been trying to keep an eye out for Viren this whole time, but also just I'm so concerned about skin or skinless people right now. I'm so scared that we're gonna I want to keep an eye out around us while they're taking water out of the definitely fine, totally normal pool.
Mm-hmm. Again, your genuine, the genuine vibe of where like Daniel and Navina say, it's running water, it should be fine. We're not taking the still water which is being collected over here. It should be fine.
The still water might have mosquitoes. And you see Steve dunks his whole head in the pool and just quickly, like one quick dunk, just to, and then shakes his head, and there's like water spraying everywhere, almost like a dog. And he's like, "Oh, that feels refreshing." How
attractive is Steve?
It's not Tuesday, is it?
Steve is like an 8 on a good day. Yeah, he's like an 8. He's wearing this really nice.
On a bad day, he's a 10.
So he's wearing this really nice tight button down shirt with the sleeves rolled up to the elbows, and he's got on, like, you can see that he was wearing like a pair of pants that have been cut out, and they now look like shorts, and he's got on these really nice cool black shoes that match his shirt, and surprisingly white socks, which would not makes sense, but I guess it was the only thing that he could scrounge up. So yeah,
That's
and
true
with-
Eldritch Horror is the fact that those socks are still white down here.
yeah, and he's got about mid back length hair. That's how low his that's how long his hair is, and after dunking them in the water is like like Roman Reigns is what his hair looks like. If you get the reference.
Jeez.
Damn, Roman Reigns.
Listen, Val is very gay and may be questioning that at this point. Just a little, just a moment.
The power of an eldritch deity.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve, what are you doing at this moment?
I think after filling the water flasks, he's gonna walk over to where Val is and be like, "Hey, I heard you lost. You're looking for a friend or something. Do you have a description or something? Like we could pass it around the others. Let them know to keep an eye out because we lost a couple of people too. And well, not lost, but like they disappeared. So I've been trying to go out expeditions, try to find people, but it's been rough because nobody else seems willing, and then I have to do it by myself, which is not a problem. Like I enjoy going, I enjoy helping out and stuff. But
Wait, you've gone out by yourself?
A couple of times,
And
not too
come
far.
back?
Listen, if you're sneaky and you're quiet, these things don't care about you. It's only when you're traveling in groups
Steve.
and you make too much noise. Yeah.
Steve, something falls on your shoulder, like stones.
Oh. Shit. I'm gonna look up. Oh no.
As you look up, you see a smiling face,
Oh.
which is grabbing a stalagmite on inside of the cave. Smiling, just literally hanging upside down, grabbing onto the stalagmite, and I think that's what it's called, right? Stalagmites or
One of
stalagmite,
those.
something like that.
Yeah, one
Stalagmite.
Tight.
It's a
Stalagmite.
oh yeah, the tight because
Tight,
they
yeah,
hang
tight.
tight to the
T's point
ceiling.
down. Stalactite,
Oh.
stalagmite.
Tight,
I thought it was sight.
tight. So you see this figure with their nocturnal eyes shining down on you, and an unholy ear-to-ear smile, as if their mouth has been stretched apart. That kind of a smile.
Oh, hey,
And
it's the Joker.
before you have
What's
a chance
that?
to say, "Oh hey," before you have the chance to say, "Oh hey," it's the Joker. You see its face approach you at a blinding speed as it lets go and it falls down on you face first, as it literally crashes into your face and your skull breaks.
Steve is dead.
Well, that was fun.
So the last things you hear, "Oh hey, it's," and immediately hear a crack of a sound, and you see now passed away Steve lying on the ground with their heads turned in a weird direction.
Cool. And that was right in front of Val because Val was talking. This is fine.
Save me! Save me! Save me! Save me! And this Val, this thing, the size of a human, like almost tries to grab at your feet. Save me! Save me!
Durga's gonna shoot it?
Please. All of you notice this.
No.
I need
What
everyone
does
to roll me
Val
a
do
sanity.
first?
I need everyone need to roll me a sanity roll, please.
40 over 47, pass.
Great.
I rolled exactly my sanity right now.
Great.
Good job.
Thankfully,
I
I have
rolled a
plenty. We've
Oh.
got 79
27
cooking over
over
here,
80.
everybody.
27 over 80.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's an extreme, and no, that's a hard success. Yeah. Right. I need you to roll me for intelligence. I think it's intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Please.
Ooh, 13, which is also a hard success. I'm scared. Wait, I wasn't supposed to roll nicely.
Yeah.
You have
It's a hard
comprehended.
success.
Oh,
Time for some
gods,
hard
okay.
truth.
Durga,
Oh gods. Mm-hmm.
over Steve's now dead body is a humanoid uh, clawing at Val's feet to save me! Save me! And for a moment, you can like again this thing looks like the exactly like the thing which all of you saw earlier, like exactly that thing, right down from like the shape of the ears to the shape of their skulls to the length of their nose, to the length of their nails, everything. But you realize this, you put two and two together, this thing used to be human. This wasn't this figure before, this was a human. This is
Oh,
not their real skin. This was a human. Now it's this humanoid. But there is an essence of them still there. Just give me a moment. Let me check something. This will be interesting.
again,
Apologies.
this is for chat. This is the thing.
For the children.
For the
Indeed.
children.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just checking. I'm just checking a rule to see if I have not gotten it wrong. It won't take 2 minutes, but in the meantime, all of you do see this thing pass by. Thankfully, all of you are. You have already seen the most horrific thing that there is. So this one is like, another one.
Another
Well,
one
except,
songs the bone juice.
well,
Fine.
except,
We know that they die to bullets.
well, so because I had to check my notes to see if this is something that I had been hypothesizing already, which means Val had probably as well. The fact that this person is saying "save me" and that there's other ones, the ones that were
Said,
coming up the
"Behold."
stairs, were saying "run and be safe." I think, and tell me if it is too far of a stretch, that Val at least is under the understanding that these probably were the people who have been disappearing lately, and something putting together the things on the walls that she had seen and the like folklore and everything. Like, it may not be a perfect picture, but Val is like deeply it is. I technically passed my sanity check, but like this is one of the more disturbing things I think to Val, is like the thought that these could be people and that some other, the water or something else, is changing them into monstrosities. So there, I think James, you asked what Val was doing with this thing, kind of like approaching them and like grabbing onto their
Yeah,
their
but
legs. Their
before we reacted, I wanted to see, because you're right up front and
Yeah.
center. I wanted
Yeah.
you to go first.
Yeah. She's frozen, like not in, abject horror or anything, but like it's kind their mind is kind of in slow motion, piecing all these things together in a giant library. And
Sherlock Holmes bullet time, like
a little bit.
assessed jaw.
Yeah.
So what would you like? What would both of you like to do? P, I'll get back to you.
The captain's going to draw his pistol.
Mhm.
It is the appropriate response here. He has not jumped to that conclusion of this might be different from those others. He's already thought that the things that we're chasing were the other people just horrifically morphed. Like he had already like that's where his mind went to. He draws it and he's like, Miss Valera, stand back.
She's that kind of like brings her back a little bit, and she sees that does Durga also have a gun out? Yeah. Cool. She's gonna just raise up her hands and say, wait a minute. And is gonna kneel down next to the, like, just kind of crouch down where they are in front of this thing. And say, how do we save you? Who are we saving you from?
Durga.
Mhm.
You'll suffer a temporary bout of madness, and people missing, people being turned into something that they are not, people that once were humans and now they are not. Can any of them be your... Did the person you kill, did the person who died earlier were they your father? Were they? Is this person begging to be saved? Smiling not because they are happy, but smiling because they're forced to. Could it be? You'll feel that for the next 3 hours. So, Val, you look into this person's eyes. This person, although its eyes are wide, its mouth is agape. You know how you can tell whether somebody's actually happy or actually sad just through how their eyelids seem to be placed, how their movements are. There is no eyelids, unfortunately, but you can feel. Yeah, James, exactly.
Thanks,
Everyone
y'all.
does
I
this.
needed it. Thank you. You're
welcome.
helping. Thanks, everybody. Good, great.
So, Val, as you're looking into this person's eyes, they will just want to be put out of their misery. Kill me. Kill me. Kill everyone. Kill everyone. Do not let them take you alive. Save me. And then they stop for a moment and they just start singing. Behold, it comes. Behold, it
Captain?
comes.
Captain?
Yes?
Behold, it comes.
Yeah,
No.
it's gonna try to shut it back up. Yeah.
Blood splatters everywhere. Curdled blood, I should point it out.
No.
Best
Onto your
way to have a.
clothes.
Jeez.
It's
Onto
how
your
you make,
clothes,
blood pudding.
the once pristine
It's a
socks of
dish.
the once pristine socks and clothes and like makeshift trousers of Steve are now soiled with curdled dark blood. A weird smell takes over. If sulfur could rot, that's what it would smell like. If sulfur could rot. Can everybody give me a listen check, please? Thank you.
That's a
Please.
failure. That's a 72 over 20.
That is also
Nice.
a failure, but not as bad. It's a 36 over 20.
Can you use some luck points?
I could use all of my luck points.
Hey, it's up to you. I wouldn't mind that. What
No,
about you, P?
I rolled a 98 over 20.
Hey!
What 20?
Huh?
Okay.
Val sees a lot of things. Val doesn't listen very good.
Durga's going through it.
Oh boy, oh no. Chad, I hope you're having a great time. I hope if you're watching
Indeed.
this in the future, you're having a great time. Remember, we're
Chat,
raising
I
money
hope
for.
you have sweet dreams.
I hope
Indeed.
if you want to help kids not have a horrific future as we're having right now, we're raising money for the Make-A-Wish
Again, yep. Sorry about
to
that.
fight
Where
the
were
horrors
we?
of real life. Well, we're
All
just
right.
telling people about the charity
You're
and
just
how
Yeah.
great this
so
is.
failing listen rolls, failing fumbles. Would anybody?
We all put our hands
know,
over our ears and go, la la la, I can't hear you.
la, 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 I can't hear you. You can hear me though, right? Wait, is my mic
yes,
fine?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine.
You're good. The horrors are
Great,
not.
great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Nothing will happen. You're fine. You, Durga. You first of all, you can't hear any of the things that this thing said. The sound of the gun is but a distant muffled thing. All your thoughts are focused on, is this him? You do not hear, obviously, neither do the captain nor does Val. Do not hear the rumbling sound of a horde of limbs on the ground as they start to approach from the place where the other people had apparently gone. The previous people who Daniel and Avinash said, like, hey, these people down this path. Before you have time to react, can you make me a luck roll, please, Durga?
Hey, genuinely,
This is just as, yeah.
I hope. Never mind.
We're not allowed to hope for things.
This is
Is
already
that a
going
failure?
bad. I hope.
This is
I'm
not
not sure.
Daniel Hart.
I'm not sure. Hold on. That is a failure.
No luck for us.
Sorry. No luck.
No dice.
No luck, no worries. So, you hear, although you do hear another gun go off behind you. Boom! As Daniel and Avinash lay out a rounds of bullets from their guns onto an oncoming horde of creatures boom, 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 boom. One of them passed through. Durga,
No. Yes.
would you like to take a look to your right?
No.
They leap at you and they push you down. They are. Same curdled blood seems to be dripping from their mouth as they. You can almost see stitch marks across their jaw, going to behind their back, beneath your jaw actually, beneath the jaw, going towards the back, and it seems to be skin which is stitched on. One of the stitches is loose, and it falls onto your face. The loose stitching.
The stitching or
feels
the
like
skin?
The stitching.
Okay.
It feels like hair.
What kind of Arundhati bullshit is this?
And they are they are like just laughing into your face. They're not. You can feel their nails dig into your shoulders. You will, my dear, will be taking 4 points of damage as their nails like dig deeper and deeper into your skin. Almost feel like they've almost reached your the place where they can rip your shoulders out. They're digging deep into your skin, and you're still wondering. You're still wondering. Is this person? you are almost like imagining. You could be. It can literally be a trick of your trick of the eye. What are the rest of the two of you doing as you hear these these bullets rain down on these creatures?
Oh God.
You see a creature hunched over Durga,
Not
trying
quite.
to rip rip their shoulders out.
I'm going to try and put a bullet through that thing's head that's on top of Durga. Knowing I know
give me a-
above table that Durga sees that as somebody maybe she loves, and I'm going to kill that person right in front of her.
Yay!
Give me a firearms check, please.
Absolutely, my friend.
Oh, Val, what
That is
about you?
70 on a 70. That's a success.
Val, what are you doing?
Val so I'm looking at what Val has on them. I wanna ask if this is a possibility to do. On Val, besides just things, they have on them a matchbook, some like strips of bandage, and a small container of alcohol for like disinfecting. Can I make just a tiny little, like a bite-sized Molotov cocktail to toss at this group? It's definitely it's no Molotov wheelchair. But Val does not trust themselves. I have one.
You want to use it here? Sure, go ahead.
Val's not thinking super logically in this point. Val just heard
absolutely. Nobody would.
A person, not person, say kill everything before they take your life.
Durga, you can almost see this thing struggle to see. Boom! their head is blown off, and this thing falls beside you, lifeless. Val, my dear, would you like to make? Well, hey, James, can you help me out with this? What kind of check would this be? Will this be a similar firearms check?
What are you
Technically,
thinking?
this is. Val, what are you thinking? I think this calls for a.
Well, there is a throw.
Mhm. There's
Yeah,
a
there
you
is.
can throw. There's
Yeah, actually,
martial
you can
arts
use.
skills. There's grappling.
Yeah,
There's
you can use either throw or firearms. Your choice.
Good news. They're pretty much the same. Okay.
Good news indeed.
Good news.
Generally speaking, if you're doing something like athletic, brawl is a good static one that everybody gets. If you're like chucking a rock or like throwing a punch or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
I think a throw one I think a throw would work fine with this.
Cool.
That's what I believe. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. That's a 91 over 20.
Nice. Completely misses all of the creatures as you throw it. Immediately, you're not thinking. You're not.
I imagine that she's shaking pretty heavily.
Yeah.
From watching, new guy Steve, the first person who Val had kind of told this story to in an effort, because it was being recorded, really like that she wanted to share with Steve, this person, because there's a chance that this can get out, and there's a chance that even if she doesn't get out, somebody will know she existed. And now he's dead. And this thing was alive and now is dead. And now there's I think she's really shaken up, which I think it partially explains it.
You throw it. It does not hit any of the creatures, although it does fall in the direction of that place where they were coming from. So that hole in the ground, that's engulfed in flames at the moment. All of you hear
Okay.
Daniel and Avinash say, "This way, run! We have to go back. We have to screw the water, fuck the water. We have to go back." Are you guys running for it, or are you sticking around to chat?
I'm going to, we're just going to chat with these guys. I'm going to run up to help pick up Durga and like panic pull if you're still on the ground.
I think like Durga is like clinging on to whatever remains of this thing that was on them.
Yikes.
Just still like, was this my dad?
Durga, we need to go, Durga. You have to leave it behind. Come on.
Durga does eventually like get up, but like kind of reluctantly follows.
The captain picks up the stenograph that Steve had because he's got photos and there appears to be some kind of audio evidence of things down here. And he had said that he went places all by himself because it was way safer to wander off into the darkness alone. So,
I mean, to be fair, Steve did only die because he was with us.
Yes, exactly. Like, yeah, I can't fault this logic. The captain is thinking of abandoning you all into the darkness at this point. Like, no, hoofing it.
So, as you're running back up to where you were, you come across the fork in the road, and the place where you're supposed to go upstairs, you can hear screams. Save us! Avinash and Daniel, both of her, they were leading up the party. Daniel turns around. We can't go up there. Avinash, take them this way. I'll take a look. I'll take care of them. And he just
I don't think that you
stuck on-
can. I don't think that you can do anything.
We should stay together.
I'm going up there because I can hear my husband screaming. And not waiting, he runs up. Where you were, where we can hear the screams. And Avinash,
Down below.
Right. The other way. We have to go.
Val follows.
Now. And you can still, and from back where you came from, you can hear remnants of laughing sounds. You take off the other way. It twists and twists and twists. It almost goes like a circle, round and round. Seems to go deeper into the ground. I wonder if anybody has seen Uzumaki. But anyway.
Naruto?
No, different.
Uzumaki.
It's very different.
It's a very different Uzumaki. So, as you're walking down this spiral cave,
I hate you.
It opens up to what seems like a road, which on either side of it are walls which are very intricately carved with swirls and twirls and almost gates with pillars on either side with netted windows. It seems like the more intricate version of what you saw when you first arrived in this place. A much more intricate version. And you can't hear any singing. There is no singing here. But in the distance, you can see some light. There is some. I mean, what kind of a light it could be? Could it be a daylight? Could it certainly doesn't feel like lamplight.
Phosphorescent, perhaps.
Perhaps, maybe. But it still has a warm-ish feel to it in the distance, the ambience that you can see. There are no doors either on the left or the right, although the up ahead the walls seem to be netted with almost like cross, like almost like a plus sign with like edges with semicircles at the end. So like a very intricate, sort of like a temple netting, you might call it in this world. Those walls. So, are you guys approaching the light? Would you like to? Would you like to stay here? Avinash is walking up ahead.
Staying as a group. We have to.
I'm just going to be following Avinash.
Yeah, I think Val's going to take
the last
the rear.
The last time we came here, we could hear singing sounds, but it's very quiet at the moment. It opens up to a large cavern up ahead. Last time we saw some rooms over there. Maybe we can. There were empty rooms. There, nothing. I mean, it was old. Nothing was there. Maybe we can check them out.
If you've been here before, that sounds appropriate.
Yes, please keep your gun loaded. We might need it at any point.
Cocks his eyebrow.
I think Val's going to take out their gun just to have at the ready.
Question. Does
Yes.
Val look like she's ever fired it before in how she holds the gun and how she handles it? Does it seem like do you
Val.
feel or seem unfamiliar about it?
Based on your experience as a well-practiced marksman, you can tell that Val is familiar with holding it, as if they have held it and potentially cleaned it. Like it is in good looking condition. However, they may have fired it. I think the only time they fired it was once, and the first time they fired it was down here.
Okay. So, but not a danger to ourselves.
Not
it
an
being in your
intentional
hand.
one. Yeah.
Works for me. Good enough. I'm fine with that. That'll do.
Did I put the minimum amount of points in a handgun? Maybe.
Maybe.
More
so
than
as
Durga
you
would
approach,
also ready their gun, just like
so as you
absent-mindedly.
as you approach that ambience, it's actually not a yellow glow at all. It starts to feel a little greenish in nature. A little bit of jade.
Look,
hue.
I've seen Tommy knockers enough times to know that this isn't a good idea.
So you see, Avinash, don't worry about the light. That it's just a statue. Nothing about it. Nothing great about it.
a statue of what?
Yeah, it's just, I'm not entirely sure, but it doesn't seem to do anything. All right. We can. We don't have to go that way. There are a few rooms on this side as well. And he points it to the left direction, where earlier you were trying to go right. We can go either way.
Well, I'd rather go the right way than the wrong way, so when presented with a choice.
You keep walking down that path, all of you.
Are we
Yes,
walking
Val?
towards the light or away from it? Like, are we going to the side path, or are you still going towards it?
The right path is the light path.
So we're still going towards it then, right? I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. Great.
Okay. If you don't want to, just let me know.
No, I do want to. I want to, at least. Yeah.
Okay. Val is reluctant, to say the least. So, as you keep walking down the path, the glow seems to be coming from everywhere and nowhere. It seems to be coming from like the nettings in the wall, the netted walls. But it's almost like it's behind a screen, if I can put it that way.
Like a phosphorescent lichen or a moss or something.
Yeah, something along those lines. But you're not entirely sure at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me another listen check?
Yeah.
Everyone?
I can. I'm not going to succeed though.
Hey, there's a chance.
All of you can.
There's every die has a 1 on it.
Yeah. It also adds up to 97 on a 20.
Dang it. I thought it was a 10. I thought it was a 10, but it was a 7, so 79 over 20.
Let's wait for P, because P has to roll as well.
As we're listening, could I roll either natural world or Probably natural world, just for trying to make sense of the flora and fauna, like the flora down here.
Can I do the same thing but with a cult for a slightly less natural world?
I mean, you know what?
Yeah.
You make a solid point. A cult is absolutely where his mind's going to be at this point. This is weird.
We got him, everybody. We got him out of Logic Land.
He's got
sure,
50
both of
points
you.
in a cult.
Sure,
Oh, that's
go for
cute.
a cult.
I raise you with my 90. I did it. 72 under 90.
That's 10 over 50. That's an extreme success for the captain.
Hey! See, you just got to start disbelieving, and then all things are possible.
Don't stop believing. Hold on to that.
No.
Okay.
No, it's the other. Please stop believing. Just stop.
I think I said that to an ex once. Like,
Oh,
it's
no.
not me, it's you. Stop believing this is going to work.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. Okay. Therapy. So the first thing that you notice is that these designs does not exist anywhere in history that you guys have seen. These nettings designs, these designs of swirls. In fact, even Archibald, the statue that you have in possession, the design of the swirls isn't any design that technically exists in any design movements across the globe. Likewise, Val, in all of your research with religion, with things of occult, with archaeology, anything that it can do with history, these designs do not exist above ground. But both of you notice that these designs are meant to keep people inside. You can feel that you've come across something similar, not sure where. The designs of the nettings is such that it can allow for some food to pass through, maybe, or a hand to go through, but nothing more than that. There are no locks, there are no doors. It almost feel, but there is space inside, empty space inside. Maybe like people are supposed to be kept in these cages, or are you inside a cage? I'm not sure.
This is not making the captain feel better.
The designs of the swirls is, again, it's similar to the figurine that you have in possession, not at the moment, but at home.
Yeah.
As you keep walking down that path. As you keep walking down that path, those things, you're focused on those things only, and the sound of your own footsteps. You're hoping not to step onto something which can make a noise, or alert someone to your presence. So it is unfortunate that when you come to an opening, a balcony, and by this time Avinash is also enthralled by everything. He also has not apparently come down below or come this far in his ventures, but there are things behind which he need to get away from. You come upon a balcony, and a balcony where you can see Archie, a 10 feet tall statue, glowing a similar shade in a similar shape to the figurine that your wife had, and which now you do.
which is now in my children's possession.
Which is now with your children. And what's that at the bottom of the statue? Oh, you can see a crowd forming. You can only see the top of their heads, the top of their, well, quote unquote, balding heads, as you see long threads of hair, sparsely, but those hair strands are extremely long. Each of them have pointed ears, long pointed ears. All of them are swaying from side to side in unison as they're wearing tattered clothes, some clothes which look similar, which can exist above ground, maybe like remnants of a coat, remnants of an undershirt. And all of them, as they sway, all of them hundreds in number, they all seem to be singing one thing. Behold, it comes. Behold, it comes. These mass of numbers take so much of your attention that you do not see the thing that they are all, that they have all circled around. The thing at the bottom of the statue. A figure, not humanoid, but made up of humans.
It's Mary
Skulls,
Shelley up in this.
skulls and skin bound together, fused together, stitched together. Could be 10, could be 20 eyes that are scrunched up, that are, bound up in a place where one eye could fit. It's about, if you can see my hand, it's about this big in length. Imagine all of the skulls were fused together, and instead of two different eye sockets for each skull, all of them were forced to make one large socket where they could fill all of the eyes.
A giant cyclopean skull.
Yeah,
But with like
but
a
with
bunch
many
of eyes
eyes.
instead of one. Yeah.
Yeah, they still have not found a large enough eye, apparently. And all of their, the upper jaw, their teeth, all of them, fused together at the end, where their molars are.
Just like the statue
And
that was in the other place, but in like a
their
humanoid form.
In meat space? Yeah.
their lower jaw is missing, or rather hidden below, as tongues are stitched together to make one singular large one. Torn tongues stitched together to make one large flowing tongue which almost touches the ground. You can see about 10 hands jutting from behind this figure, each spreading across, 5 on this side, 5 on that side. And you can see these hands are extended in a way that one hand is separated, joined to a different hand, and they are joined at the elbow at a different hand, and that elbow is joined at another elbow at a different hand, in a way that makes it like a snake like figure, the way it's twisted and turned, and how it stands up, and how it's extended. Like it's made up of not just one hand, it's made up of many different hands.
And many different eyes.
And
Yep.
and this figure is standing up on many legs, which seems to go up and backwards into and joined at a spine which extends backwards and backwards and almost touches the skull, the statue itself. And not made up of just one spine, but many spines.
Many backs. This beast.
Many backs.
Long man.
And as you can hear this thing stand on its own,
We hear it stand
the-
on
the-
its own.
the-
The
you can
fuck?
see it, and you can see it stand on its own. You hear this. You still hear the singing below. Behold, it comes. Behold, it comes. Is it a trick of the light, or do the hands start to move? Do the fingers twitch?
Steve.
Val,
Yeah. Yes. Hello.
in the in the words of the great writer of Dragon Ball Z and the person who actually spoke it, what Goku said, this is not even my final form.
Oh, good. Great.
You realize that whatever you are about to face, this is not its final form. It's just the beginning. It has not yet come. Although these things below are praying for it, that it comes, and you know that it's not that a certain thing is missing, but you realize that they are doing this to please someone or something so that it comes. Val, you, for a flash of a moment, you remember the dream again. You remember it being a different world than the one you call your own. A different people living, and a cruel, cruel God ruling over them. The one with the largest of eyes as the singular one in its head, with tongue as long as a snake, with teeth as sharp as a sword, with branches extending from its body, and with each branch containing a singular eye. And the thing laughing as it controls all the people working and toiling and trying to please it day by day. These long-eared people who are enslaved to this. Behold, it comes. Behold, it comes. Avinash is enthralled. Durga is out of their mind. Captain Archibald is shaken to the bone. A hand grabs your shoulder. You turn around and you see someone say, shh, 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 shh. That person has an eye patch. And that's where we end today's episode.
Oh, goody.
Excellent.
Hello. Hello.
Maria's eldritch daddy is in the background with an eye patch going, ooh, ooh.
Oh, God.
Oh my God! So that was it for today's episode of the Mirth
Just a
of
little
Things
light. Just a
Below.
little light episode. Just a little
It's
light.
just
Just
a
a
bit
soft
of a
one.
detour. A little bit of a
Blatant
detour
firearms
as
violence.
and as we hear, as we heard those poems, as we heard those singing, as we saw people die, as we saw people's skull crushed, Hey Steve, did you like that the person who fell in literally kissing you and broke your skull
Yeah.
that way? Like kissed you so hard it broke your skull.
The dream.
Oh, Steam didn't hear me. It was kind of hot. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of hard. But again, let me just say thank you so much to my players for for being part of the session. P is not back yet. P has officially been taken by the Eldritch Gods. Um, but uh, let me just wrap this up. If you have not, please, there's still a chance to win the giveaway. So please enter that giveaway as soon as possible.
You get
That's
physical
Steve.
books. You get real
You get
books.
you
They're
get a
real.
starter kit for Call of Cthulhu. I mean, that's good
Like,
enough to get started. That's good enough to like play all your games and play with your friends, make them face horrific things, make them face their greatest fears. Steve, what's the thing? This exclamation
giveaway.
starter.
No,
Sorry, exclamation giveaway.
giveaway.
Exclamation giveaway. So please enter it right now. Right the fuck now. Come on, do it. Come on. What are you waiting for? Just enter the giveaway. And we'll be announcing the winner by the end of this stream. This is the third set we're giving away. So if you do not win this, you still have another chance to win. Which is for the last episode. We are supported by Kiosim. Thank you, Kiosim. I love you so much. Mwah. Um, and we hope that this association keeps on continuing. And we are also supporting the Make a Wish Foundation, and you can literally donate to the cause for the children, and you
All
can
the
make things happen in the game which you already have.
Indeed. We've had some chaos.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
And you can even affect it even more. Throw some chaos my way, and make wounds heal, make eldritch gods manifest,
Make our life
things go
harder.
topsy-turvy.
You got
Yeah.
so
There's
much
that.
healing. Make it hard.
So you can do that. We're raising money for a good cause, so you have another chance to do it. You have another chance to affect the game. And I'll leave it up to Steve. Steve, is there anything else I'm missing?
No. Hello. Hi. Steve again.
Somebody dies.
Doing the thing. Playing Steve as Steve is so much fun. But yeah, today is the third session for our game, and we managed to do a lot of cool things and cause chaos as we should. Really excited about what this means for the finale, because technically Steve died, but we also have like 10 hit points banked, so we could use the 10 hit points to heal him and bring him back for the finale. I'm just saying, but if because nobody else is using the recover some HP thing.
Not yet.
But yeah. Anyway,
I did once.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What was I saying? Yeah. We are gonna close the giveaway soon. As soon as we finish up with outros. So yeah. Let's do outros.
So everyone, I have been your keeper of the arcane lore, Amaan. We just played in the setting called Ispatpur, which the playtest should be out by the end of this year for the Ispatpur city. And you can find me everywhere at Amaan HK on Instagram, on that stupid X app, and as well as on Blue Sky. I'm now on Blue Sky at Amaan HK as well, because fuck Twitter. And
Blue Sky's rad, y'all.
and
It is.
yeah,
Really rad.
it is pretty good. I like Blue Sky, thankfully. And yeah, you can find me there. I host the Infinite Tavern podcast. We just released an episode with Jolene Kaur, who is the composer for High Rollers D&D. So it's an interesting episode where we talk to her about her journey through composing stuff for fantasy and D&D. So yeah, do check it out. And I'll leave it up to my players now, starting with James.
Hello, everybody. This is James. I run Logomancy Media, and we look after Make-A-Wish International's TTRPG division. You can find me at Logomancy Media on Blue Sky and everywhere else, because I broke Twitter the other day trying to move all of our followings and followers over using one of those migration apps, and it said, "Please stop, please." It's not even that many people, but it's Twitter. Yeah, we're going to be hosting a whole bunch of charity fundraiser games through all of October and November. If you like what we're doing here, you can go to logomancy.ca/RFW to find a full calendar schedule of all of the different channels that are participating, all of the different publishers and companies that are participating, Chaosium included. I think we've got some emergent TTRPG coming up this afternoon on the Logomancy channel. They're getting through their Kickstarter right now, and they're matching donations. So anything that you donate, the company will match. I think up to a certain amount. Don't quote me on that. It'll be on stream for it. So that's me in a nutshell.
Maria?
I'm having a totally normal time. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. My name's Maria. You can find me on Blue Sky and everywhere else, including here on Twitch at Maria Brewista. I spend the majority of my time as a variety streamer here on Twitch, playing games, sometimes doing TTRPGs, sometimes doing art, a little bit of everything to spice up the life. But you can also, I'm also the co-founder of Goblin Society Games, which is a little TTRPG company where we're making cool stuff that we want to see. We made a lot of magic items for the Dungeons and Dragons folks. We also made a sci-fi setting for Savage Worlds called Hellbine, and it's my baby, and I love it so much. But we're branching into thanks. We're branching into board games and card games. We've got some minis in the works. There's a bunch of stuff happening, and I'm very excited about it. So you can follow them, goblinsocietygames.com, or on Blue Sky at Goblin Society Games. And make sure to also go follow Agent P and Lewis on their places also too, because I miss you already.
We miss you, P and Lewis. But we'll be back with to horrify you, to scare you next week. And with that, I'll leave it up to Steve to outro. Steve.
Okay, cool.
Steve's there.
Yeah, hi. Let me run the giveaway really quick. We're gonna, and the winner is Ari. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
All right, so that's our third winner. I will reach out to you after the end of episode 4 with details on how to proceed. Yes, that.
Yes.
Cool. Couple of quick updates. This Friday, as part of Chaos Fridays, we're going to be running an inevitable one shot. Which is a quick start that I will be DMing. It's my first time DMing on the Pantsless Tables channel, which, holy shit. And based on how well that goes, I also have plans it's been in the pipeline for a very long time, but just hasn't happened yet. But we're going to be doing a 4-episode inevitable miniseries set in the Dragon Ball Z universe. It was a charity incentive from our June charity event that I still haven't been able to fulfill. So that's going to happen either late, like in December, or maybe early January next year. That's the hope. That's the dream. And yeah, this Saturday is also the finale for our Oops All Bards miniseries, a D&D setting set 11 years before the events of our Tales of Fate 2 campaign, which is like our main. It's like the main campaign on this channel. It's an Exandrian setting set 10 years before campaign 3 of Critical Role, with like a lot of cool stuff in there. So premise is we were in Faerun for season 1 and for campaign 1, and then we got transported to Exandria for campaign 2, and we lost all of our powers and had to rebuild. And it's been going really well so far. And I think campaign 3 is going to be set in space or in Daggerheart. I'm not sure yet where we're going with it. But but we're still very, very early stages in campaign 2, even though we're like 20 episodes in. But yeah, I think that's basically all of the cool stuff. Next week, of course, next Sunday is the finale of our Call of Cthulhu game. And then I'm going to take a much deserved 1 week break. I'm going home for a week, and I'm going to do nothing but sleep and sleep some more. That's basically it. Anyway, cool. That's all from me. Does anybody have anything else to add before we fuck off? No. Okay.
No.
Would you like to rate out?
Oh yeah. Let me see. I think I had someone in mind, but let me confirm if they're still live. No, I think they're not live anymore. Yeah.
Tay Ray is streaming for Roll for Wishes right now. If you want to rate out to her, I threw the name into our video chat.
Yep. Cool.
They do variety streaming and have done a bunch of the promotional art for social media for different channels and streamers that don't do their own stuff. So it's been a good time.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by.
Oops.
Thank you,
It's a good
everybody.
time.
I'll be back with some more horrors. I'll think of something new to do next time.
Love it.
Neat.
Oh, oops. That's the wrong channel. Never mind. Cool.
What?
All right, cool. I will see you all. We'll see you all Tuesday for penultimate episode of our Passion series. So many things are ending in the next couple of weeks, which means I have to send out new casting calls and do new things for the new shows that we're doing, and that is terrifying as fuck because that means more overlay work, which I hate. But anyway,
another Call of Cthulhu series is coming.
Yes,
from
that
the
too.
other half of Infinite Tavern. It's just gonna be GM'd by Raghav.
Yes, that
It's
too.
gonna be cool.
Yeah,
I will tune in and watch.
Cool. All right. See you all when I see you all. Steve out.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good time.
Bye.